Hello, Jesse Good here, and today I'm taking a look at the LEGO Minifigures Harry Potter Series 2. This has a total of 16 minifigures and retails for $5 a pack. Unlike Series 1, there's no Fantastic Beasts minifigures, meaning it does have 6 less minifigures. Let's take a look at each one individually. The first minifigure we'll take a look at is the Harry Potter of this wave. This design fits the later movies and actually goes along with the Half-Blood Prince, Hermione, and Ron included in this set. It has a new torso, leg, and one new face print. I say one new face print because this front face print is actually not new and exclusive. It comes in a lot of the other sets from this year and last year for Harry Potter. But this alternate face that they have at the back is exclusive with a shocked expression. He also has this potions book as an accessory, which looks pretty accurate to the on-screen counterpart. I like the little writing in that swirl there. And you could open it up to reveal a 1x2 tile that also has an exclusive print. The Dumbledore minifigure is based on an appearance from the older films where it's based on actor Richard Harris. This design does have a new piece not only for the hair-hat combo, but also for Fawkes the Phoenix. The design of the Phoenix actually is different from the 2018 version, which was brick built, or the 2002 version, which was an exclusive molded piece, but different from this much more detailed version. This detailed version does have a receiving stud at the bottom, and you can just see the detailing up to the top of the head. Really nice, but the design for Dumbledore is also fantastic as well, with that really intricate molding for that hair-hat combo. And with that and the beard piece removed, you can get a better look at his face print underneath. The torso and legs are exclusive in their printing. The face print also exclusive with a chipper look at the back. The Hermione minifigure for this series is a very casual appearance from the Half-Blood Prince. In my opinion, they should have done a more exciting variant for Hermione. It just seems like a casual variant is something you could have slipped into another set. I'm thinking this would have been perfect for an advent calendar. This does go with the Harry and Ron of this series, though. This uses a new piece for butter beer glass. That's actually really cool with how it has a pull connection handle at the side. Also a stud at the bottom, a receiving stud at the bottom. And you even have enough room in the middle of it to put a stud or whatever inside, just like that. That's pretty fun to play around with. Either way, for the rest of Hermione, I like the dual molded legs and this alternate face where we have a pretty shocked expression, but it's a very unique kind of interpretation they have going on there. And here is that Ron Weasley minifigure for this series. A very cool casual outfit. It's just something that could have been slipped into an advent calendar. This design has the same exact accessory as Hermione. I wish they would have done maybe a different level at where the butterbeer was at in the glass, or just do an empty glass in general. I get it's accurate to the scene, but those two variations wouldn't be inaccurate if you ask me. The alternate face for Ron has a pretty shocked look as well, but it's more of an angry, shocked look. And as some have pointed out, it's very similar to the face print of Chandler from the LEGO Friends Ideas set, but there's just some slight differences. Next minifigure is Lion Luna Lovegood. This design has a new piece for that lion mask. That's a fantastic new design, which is a hard plastic and has some coloring all over. This design does also provide a new outfit for Luna Lovegood, which has that printed sweater vest, dual molded legs, which I really like how they captured the socks there. And we also have a new face print underneath, which has a neutral look at the front. And LEGO provides a ponytail piece so that you could just have Luna without the mask on. And there's also a different facial expression at the back, where she looks a lot more happy. Next minifigure is Griphook. This design is our first Griphook in a very long time, and our first one using a regular LEGO minifigure head, which I think is much better than their older alternative, which was a molded minifigure head. This just looks more LEGO-like while still capturing the look of the minifigure. That's helped by this new hair-ear combo, which has those spiky ears at the back, and some really nice shaping for the hair piece. It reminds me a little bit of the LEGO Mr. Incredible hair piece. We also have the accessory of an entirely new piece for the Sword of Gryffindor. I like those little jewels at the end, which make this a dual molded piece. And we also have a key as an accessory. Keep in mind that Griphook's face is only one-sided, so there's no alternate facial expression. Next minifigure is Lily Potter, Harry's mom. Now, I wasn't expecting to get Harry's parents in a LEGO Minifigures series because they do pass away so early on in the series. Still, they are very important characters, and we've never gotten them in LEGO minifigure form before, so I'm really happy to get them. Here we have Lily with a baby Harry Potter, which that design is a recolor of an existing piece, and that works fantastic even with the printed gold H. We also have some new printing for the torso, legs, and face, where she has a very casual look. Now the alternate face for Lily Potter has a much happier look, where she's giving a big smile. And I believe this outfit is based on a later appearance. I won't say any more to spoil it. And we have Harry's father, James Potter, which has a new print for a 2x3 tile that has a frame of him and Lily. This design also uses a scarf piece in that dark red, which came in one of the Chinese New Year sets. Pretty hard to get, so it's nice to get it in a cheap set like this. I also like the outfit, which is just kind of this coat. We'll take a better look once we remove the scarf, but his face print has a smiling face on one side and then an even happier face on the other side. It is kind of interesting that for Harry's parents, they have smiling faces and then really happy faces. And with the scarf removed, you get a look at that nice coat. Our next minifigure is Ginny Weasley from the Slug Club Holiday Party. Now, the Slug Club Holiday Party was celebrated in the Astronomy Tower set from this summer wave. So this is a minifigure that would go with this set, as that set had new variants for a lot of characters, but not for Ginny in that outfit. This outfit is actually really nice looking with that dark green appearance that you don't see too often with dresses like this in like a minifigure form. Dual molded legs, which even have slippers at the bottom or sandals. And she has a nice smirk at the back as well. Now there's two new pieces with this minifigure, with the hair piece right here, which looks fantastic. Glad to see that that's a hard plastic and not a rubber. I even like this little gold clip at the side. And also with this glass right here, which has some chocolate in it. But this is an interesting piece where you do have a space to fit a stud inside. So if you want to put like a cylinder piece or a stud, you can fit it that way. And it has a pole connection at the base right there. Unnecessary to make two new pieces for this obscure variant of Ginny, but hey, I'll take it. This series includes the Weasley Twins. This isn't the first time we've gotten twins in a series. I mean, LEGO Minifigures Simpsons Series 2 had Patty and Selma. You could even see that these two have slightly different printing on the face, torso, and legs. I like that so that you're not getting the same figure twice. Funny enough, the most interesting piece is this new hair hat combo, and that one is actually the same printing on both of these figures. I would have liked there to be a little bit of variation there, whether it be one of them not having printing or something like that. But it's no big deal, and plus it's more accurate for them to both have printing. I do like how both of their face prints are a set of different face prints. So we have a total of 4 face prints between the two. You have 2 smiling faces at the front there. And then on the opposite side, we have a smiling face with an open mouth, which is comparable to one at the front of George. And then an alternate face where we have a really happy face there. So lots of variation. Now the accessory for Fred is the suitcase right here, which once opened up, you can see has some printing inside there. And we also have these printed 1x1 tiles. You get an extra one of each. Really nice accessory set in this minifigure. For the next minifigure, George Weasley, again, very similar to his brother's appearance, but there are some slight differences here and there. His accessory is different with a 2x2 print of the Marauders map. Now, we just got a Marauders map tile print with this 2x3 tile in the LEGO Harry Potter accessory pack from June. So these are actually 2 prints that go hand in hand with each other. One with the map closed and then one with the map open. Other than that, again, slight printing differences with the torso, face, and leg printing. Just comparing the two side by side to see some of that. And this alternate facial expression has a really happy look, which is pretty adorable. Our next minifigure is Bellatrix Lestrange in the Azkaban prison outfit. This design does have some printing all around, whether it be at the side arms, at the back of that newish dress piece, which is really nice to see. And this uses that Bellatrix hair piece that we haven't seen in such a long time, but was also used this year in the Burrows set. That's a much more expensive set than a $5 LEGO minifigure pack. So that's a really nice inclusion. Also, nice inclusion with the 1x2 tile that says Azkaban Prison and even has her number there. Other than that, not too much else to show with Bellatrix Lestrange. She does have an alternate facial expression, and you can see that is not a happy look at all. That is actually really angry looking. Our next minifigure is Kingsley Shacklebolt. This is a character we never got in LEGO minifigure form before, so I'm really happy to get him in this series. The design for Kingsley has a really nice outfit, which I like that purple and range of colors that they have on there. I mean, purple is my favorite color, so maybe that's a little bit of bias. But you can see the printing at the front looks great, which continues on to the leg printing, side arm printing as well, and a new cloth piece, which is just kind of cool on how far it carries all the way to the front with these two splits right here. Other than that, nice printing on the hat all around, and the printed face at the front is pretty cool as well. Next minifigure is Moaning Myrtle, and this is our first LEGO minifigure of Moaning Myrtle, which kind of makes sense because she's a ghost in the series. Kind of hard to capture a ghost in LEGO minifigure form. The LEGO has done it many times before. Still love that classic LEGO minifigure ghost. LEGO does it here by using a lighter blue for the skin color. It's something they've done with LEGO Hidden Side before, and I think it works really well here. And this even carries on to a darker blue for the hair piece, which is a new rubber piece. We have mid-legs appearing here, which is one of the few appearances in this series. Really interesting compared to the first series, which had a billion mid-legs. And then we also have a new appearance of Tom Riddle's diary, which has a front cover as printing, and then that 1x2 little writing as printing. Now this is comparable to Tom Riddle's diary from the first series. That one had the stab through it, and then on the inside, there was a 1x2 tile, but it had Dobby's sock. As for the Moaning Myrtle minifigure, removing the hair, you could get a better look at that torso print, which is really detailed. And then for the alternate facial expression, she has a really sad look, and putting that hair piece there, that's just adorable. Our next LEGO minifigure is Professor Sprout. This is our first Professor Sprout minifigure in the modern LEGO Harry Potter theme. Now, we did get a Professor Sprout back in the day, actually, in 2011, with a very primitive look. This didn't have a hair hat combo, and I think that hair hat combo exclusive to this minifigure is very necessary. It even has the earmuffs at the side, but that shaping and everything is key for the Professor Sprout character. This design does have a new face print for an older LEGO minifigure, and rarely do we get old woman minifigure face prints, so that's a nice inclusion as well, even with that alternate face that looks pretty shocked. And we have some printing at the back of the torso and dress, which is really neat. And her accessory is a pot with a mandrake in it. The mandrake is a new print, but this is actually the same format that they use for the mandrakes in the Astronomy Tower set from the Summer Wave. The one from the Astronomy Tower Summer Wave set, you can see to the right here, and that one has a different print. So I like that there's some variation there, but in general, these two are very different from the last LEGO Harry Potter minifigure series Mandrake, which used a new piece overall. It's interesting that they changed the shaping between these, and this older version won't even fit in this pot, or at least stay inside the pot. And our last minifigure for this series is Neville Longbottom. I don't know, this is one of my least favorites of the series because this variant of Neville is nothing remarkable or interesting. The most interesting part is the accessory of the Monster Book of Monster. This uses a new cover piece, which looks fantastic. I like how it even has the teeth at the end. And if you see on the inside, there's a double cheese slip with no printing at the top, rather printing at the side, which has this little mouth right there and even some page designs. That's really brilliant and just a great design overall. But that's kind of indicative of the problem with some of these more recent LEGO minifigure series where they're very pricey and most of them just focus on the accessories, not even the figures. And this is definitely a figure that is more selling of the accessory than the figure itself. The figure itself actually has torso and legs similar to the Hermione minifigure from the first series. If you compare the two side to side, it's just nothing too special with that Gryffindor robe design. His face print at the front is very similar to the design from the first series Neville. You can see that the first series Neville has a little bit bigger eyes, I guess because that was a more innocent, younger Neville. And if you look at the opposite side of the face, he has an alternate facial expression that is completely new of a very shocked face. So for the packaging of the set, the packs themselves have that newer design started with the LEGO Movie 2 minifigure series. This has a lighter color than the original Harry Potter minifigure series, but oddly enough, it seems like some packs have a color closer to that of first series, where it seems like there's a variation in 2 different colors. This one's a more muted color, this one's more vibrant. The display box for this set seems a little bigger than usual, but I think that's just with all of these that started changing in size. You can see that it does have the standard design of having the characters at the side and everything like that, which they still keep to this day. As for the pamphlet, you got your minifigures at the front. And then at the back, you have just some assembly information. So overall, with the new $5 price per pack of LEGO Minifigure Series, I haven't been impressed. This is a step down from Series 1. I mean, there's 6 less minifigures. There's no Fantastic Beasts this time around, which I understand all of that. Fantastic Beasts isn't super popular, but at least either inflate the count or get rid of some of these fillers. And there's a lot of fillers here. I feel like the Neville minifigure or even the choices for the main 3 are just very not exciting. And then the choices for the people who haven't appeared in minifigures or sets before or as minifigures before is very few. We got, Harry's parents and Kingsley and Moaning Myrtle. Okay, a lot of this series is just variants. And some variants can be cool, like I like Lion Luna, love the Dumbledore in this set. And I like getting characters that we haven't gotten in a long time, like Bellatrix, who, is in the Burrows, but that's a very expensive set. Griphook. But still, it just feels like for the 16 that they chose, it's not a very tight selection, and that price increase isn't really warranted compared to Series 1. I don't know. Am I too harsh? Let me know in the comments below. But that's just my 2 cents. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.